A few years back, I was really into comic books in a big way, like Marvel and DC and The Walking Dead and all that. I still love superheroes, but for the moment it seems to have really dropped off my radar. However, I wanted to show you this one figure in particular because it holds a special place in my heart. One day, I was at my local comic shop and they had some figures from a line called Marvel Bishoujo. These figures combined three things that I really like: Marvel Comics, anime, and ladies. I was intrigued, but it wasn't until I saw the figure that I'm reviewing today that my eyes went all Desu Moe Channy wobbliness. I'd seen the regular Ms. Marvel one already, but this was the limited edition binary version, limited to 2,000 pieces and bursting with cosmic energy. I wanted her, but I couldn't afford her at the time, being a poor student. And then she disappeared. I didn't know about ordering online or anything like that, so I spent a good couple of years pining for this burning Kree lady. Then, on the day I moved to Manchester last August, I found one on a top shelf, covered in dust at the local comic shop. Naturally, I saw it as fate and snatched her up. I couldn't really afford her at the time, but in the words of every sensible adult, fuck it. And here we are now with the Kotobukiya Marvel Bishoujo Ms. Marvel binary version in 1/7 scale, designed by Yamashita Shunya and sculpted by Matsumoto Koei. Yes! Starting off, I'm going to point out the obvious and say her hair is on fire. Not only is that awesome in its own regard, but the way the flame is sculpted and the translucent effect look really, really good. It's easily the best use of the effect on the figure. Then there's the face. Look at her here, giving you the "come hither and allow me to scorch your face off" eyes. I've always had a thing for yellow eyes, and the expression gives an impression of I'm being serious, but I'm confident and know that I'm totally badass. Don't worry lady, I know that too, and I like it. I do miss the mask from the original version though. I'll link to my figure collection in the description so you can see what I mean by that. Another nice little use of the fire is how it billows out of the top of her gloves. Moving down to her hands. Oh wait, sorry, did I say hands? I meant explosions of cosmic energy! There are probably hands in there somewhere, and to be honest, I wish I could see them a little better. Having them almost completely obscured, as awesome as the fire effects are, looks a little bit silly. Bear in mind, there are two very important reasons that I like this figure. Oh, sorry, I got a little distracted there. One of them is the lightning bolt logo going down her costume. The other is a little more subtle, and I don't think I'm going to be able to bring it out on film. Unlike the original version of this figure, the black of the costume is slightly redder, and the best part is that there's a very slight glitter effect on the costume. It's made of space, and we all know how I feel about things being made of space. I like them. She's got a sash. Yeah. I love the shade of red, and the creasing and motion look really good, but the flowing out bits do look a little flat at certain angles, such as this one. Cheeky. Thigh-high boots in the same slightly red spacey black as before, with more fire billowing out of the tops? Yeah, go on then if you're offering. While her pose looks a little bit unnatural and very painful on her poor back, she looks as though she's enjoying herself, and my residual teenage male hormones won't allow me to complain. This does bring me on to the biggest criticism of the figure though. While the shattered rock base looks cool, it's designed poorly, I'm afraid to say. This base is not stable in the slightest, and the result is uber wobble. Opening the cabinet with her inside feels like open heart surgery. All that needed to be added was a little more on the end here for some more stability, but no, none for you. You get wibbly wobs. I have no idea if the regular version has the same problem as this, but the two aren't that different from each other, so I think it's safe to assume that it does. While I do intend to pick up some more figures from the Marvel Bishoujo line, and even some more of the other ones that Kotobukiya are producing now, such as DC, there's some Tekken ones, there's some Star Wars ones, and they've recently announced Street Fighter ones as well. I'd be more than happy to just stick with binary here. After I thought all hope was lost, she came into my life, and she's pretty much everything I could have wanted or expected. She would look great with a Dark Phoenix one though. The hunt begins anew! Hey, Carol, I just wanted to say thanks for appearing on the show and tell you how much of a fan I am of you. Ah!
You recording?